Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Pretty Coffee with Kristen. And what I want to talk to you today about is the story of Pretty Rosie and why I wrote this book, 30 Ways to Bring Pretty Back. Thank you so much for taking the time with me on this episode today. Okay, let's start with Pretty Rosie and how she came to be. One day I saw a video there was a little video of a little turtle, and she was climbing a little hill, and she flipped over on her back, and she laid there, and of course her little arms are flailing, and she's trying to get up, she's trying to flip herself over, and you're cheering her on because you're like, you can do it. And finally she stopped flailing her little arms out, and she stuck her little neck out, and she flipped herself over, and she was on her way. And she was on her way. And I looked at that, and after you're cheering her on, you want the best for her. And I realized, that's really life. That's really how we are in life. We tackle something, and sometimes, life just flips us over. And the first instinct is to panic and flail about. But then you have to get your wits about you and get calm and steady yourself, and then really flip yourself over and keep going on your own power. And that's life. That was that little turtle. That's us. So I decided that the little turtle needed to be the mascot for Bring Pretty Back. So I started thinking about it, how that could be. So I found an artist, and I told her what I wanted, and she started drawing her. And she brought, which I call her Pretty Rosie because she has a little pink shell. So I call her Pretty Rosie, and that's how she came to be. From watching that little video, and it has now turned into a little, she's a little character that has turned into a brand for Bring Pretty Back. So you never know where you might find inspiration. Always keep your eyes open and pay attention to things that, like I wasn't looking that day for inspiration. I wasn't looking for a turtle, but when I saw that, it all just clicked together for me. It clicked. I said, that's it. That's it. That's her. So she started drawing her, and it was kind of funny because I told her what I wanted, and right out of the gate, I was clear in my mind, but sometimes you try to tell somebody else, it's not always clear to someone else, and she just got it. The artist just got it right out of the gate, and you can see that she's on the back. There she is with her little confident self. I just love that. I love that. I look at that and I think, you know what? Yeah, that's how we need to feel right there. Strutting our business. And there she was. Flipped over. She went from that to that. And so can you. And that is why I wrote this book. Because let me tell you, I know what it's like to feel so low that you don't know where to begin. Been there. I know where you don't even know what to do. That's when your arms are flailing about and you're flipped over and you don't even know where to begin. And one day turns into the next and the next and the next. And sometimes, oh boy, that can go into years, can it? It can go into years. So in 2010, I started the blog called Bring Pretty Back. And it was about my journey of where I was and what I did and my observations on how to get out of that place and into this place. And it can be done. It can be done. So that's why I wrote this book, The 30 Ways to Bring Pretty Back, as a guide, a blueprint, where to begin, so you can start thinking about things in different ways, and thinking about ways that you can begin. Because when we're here, we don't know. It seems so overwhelming. You don't know where to begin. And I have ladies will message me and say, I don't know. I felt this way for so long. I have felt this way for so long. I don't know what to do. This has become normal. Feeling this way, feeling low, feeling that they've lost themselves and they're pretty and their confidence, it has become so normal that they don't know. It's been so long since they felt good. It's been so long since they felt pretty. They don't know where to begin. And I don't think you could talk about something that you haven't felt yourself. I don't think you can. I think you have. I mean, I don't think you can. I couldn't talk to you about this if I hadn't felt that myself. I couldn't. It would come across fake. It would come across. I couldn't talk about it. So when I say I know how you feel. I really know how you feel. I know how you feel. So that's why I wrote this as a blueprint and a guide to begin. And I got to tell you, it's when you find your passion, when you find your passion in life, whatever that is, it's so exciting. I think about ways to put more information into the book, into the program as I'm working on a program that will be launching next month, and I'm so excited about. It's like this exciting. It starts. I launch that next month, and where I'll be working with ladies to bring pretty back, because that's my passion in life. And when you find yours, and that's one of the things we talk about in the program, is how to find your passion where you feel that excited about something. And it could be, and it's different for everybody. And there, someone else could not, they might not be excited about getting on Facebook Live and talking to people, or writing a book, or doing what I do. And there are some things that other people do, and I think, I couldn't have less interest in that. Good for you, but that's not my interest, and that's what makes the world go round. But it's in there. Your passion is in there. Your excitement is in there. Your pretty is in. It's in here. It's there. You may not feel it today, and you may need some help, but it's there. I promise you, it is there. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time with me on this episode as I explain why Pretty Rosie is so important, why the 30 ways to bring pretty back is so important. Go to bringprettyback.com and sign up for my free ebook that I wrote called Create a Pretty Life. And I am waiting patiently for that to be reformatted so I can get it to you. And that will be hopefully in the next couple days. So go to bringprettyback.com and I will email you the free Create a Pretty Life guide. I will get that right to your email, and hopefully you will love it. Hopefully you will love it. Thank you so much for taking the time with me. I appreciate every minute that you take with me. So go out, find your passion, and have a pretty day.